And I guess my question is, how come if a woman says, "I want a provider," why don't men just say, "Well, I want X, Y, and Z?"
I
You get what
agree.
I'm saying?
I agree.
Rather than say, "What do you bring
So,
to the table?"
But some men do. It's just that the things that we say that we want, a lot of women aren't willing to do. A man is always listen. A man will always change for the right woman. He'll do whatever he got to do to make a woman happy. It's just not reciprocal a lot of the times. Because a lot of women want a soft life, but they think being a soft life is not having to do anything. You know, you don't work. You really don't cook like that. You don't take care of home. You ain't giving me the you know what on a regular. But you understand what I'm saying? So it could be it's the relationships just seem like it's crazy nowadays. I'm glad I'm in mine, and at the end of the day, I would not want to be out here and be single and be dating again right now.
big facts.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard. It's hard because, like I said, we don't listen to understand much of the time. We listen for combat, and when you listen for combat, you're not hearing what the other person is saying, and that's why you might find yourself by yourself.
And I was gonna say, I guess, Jazz. I feel like why don't a lot of men just, like you said, ask that question or make that statement or boundary of what I want, is because I feel like women naturally, for the most part, there's already a standard of a man should have a good job, have a that. I don't. For men, I think we don't know until we meet the woman. I mean, going back to Big Al's point, like the right woman will make me change, right? So what I identified that the woman I wanted, and then I meet a woman, I'm like, that ain't what I thought. Because I might have had core standards, but as far as like their career, whether or not they cook, like all that might change based off a woman. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I won't, I like to eat, so that's gonna be a key part. But
Do you like to eat?
hey, listen, man, I need a good food, home cooked meal, ain't nothing like it.
But we
But
also got to remember too, when it comes to finances, especially of a man who has a provider's mentality, we don't care nothing about how much money a woman makes. To be honest with you,
exactly,
that's not a factor for us. That's not something
facts,
we would date. A rich man would take a woman that works at Wendy's and bring her up in a heartbeat. The reality is
facts,
women don't do the same. You understand what I'm saying?
Biggie
You don't hear stories, you don't hear Richard stories where a rich woman met a dude who works in McDonald's and then she took him and married him. You don't hear that type of stuff. You've never really heard it even throughout, whether it be the 80s, 70s, all the way up until now. That's not our requirements for what we want. It's not men and women's requirements, what they want in a mate or relationship is not the same. It's just not.
and
Yeah.
Jazz. Before we not talking about you specifically, right? So you might grab a man and bring him up. That's the great, quality as you as a woman. So, don't
But
don't
that
get
makes
into
her
you.
no. What I'm speaking in general, but
I know, no, but
they
I was
are exceptions to the rule. There's exceptions to every rule. But I'm just saying it's just that for the core, for the majority, our expectations of what we want is on totally two different spectrums. So